Okay, in this tutorial we'll continue with the Shrinkwrap modifier, and let's go see, we've got a couple things in here. Here is that object from the first tutorial, and I basically applied the modifier, and you see that's where it was attaching to the cube, and it left me with a new object. So it shapes the object. But when you think about the Shrinkwrap modifier, what it implies, it's shrink wrap. It shrinks itself around something else. So that's why, if you notice, well, in this case, what I have is just a plane in the scene, right? And it's somewhat aligned with Suzanne right here. So it's not quite exactly, but they're pretty close. Maybe I'll move Suzanne over just a little bit. Oh, they're already attached with the modifier, so I won't do that right now. But so with the plane, here's the modifier that I have on the plane now. And if you notice this mode, there's several modes you have access to. Nearest vertex, projection, nearest surface point. Well, in the previous tutorial we were using the nearest surface point, but you have these other options. But let's just try this. I have the offset up here, and if I look at the mesh in edit mode, you can see here's the actual mesh back here, and it's quite high resolution. It's subdivided a lot of times. So if I change the offset back this way like this, you can see it comes back to the full mesh in here. You can see it like that. But now I'll move it all the way down towards Suzanne, and you can see what it's doing. It's basically, if you need to kind of wrap something, or you need to conform something to another object in here, you can see it's kind of reaching, it's inside. See, it goes all the way inside like that because it's trying to find the nearest surface point like that. So you can create an object that's basically conforms to those points. So that's on the nearest surface point. Let's go back to the nearest vertex now and see what a difference it makes in here with the offset. So it's not a lot of difference. Alright, or if you come back out here and take a look at from this side, if I just rotate Suzanne around, you can see the changes in the mesh like this. So it definitely creates a cool connection. And then the other option in here was this projection like this. Yeah. Alright, so now let's change the offset down and come look at it from this side in here, and you can see it's actually creating the inverse. Essentially, it's really trying to map it in. So let's move this whole thing in here like this, as close as we can. So I'm basically creating a mold of Suzanne like that. It's very powerful, right? So maybe you're trying to, maybe you have a model that you've made of a human form, and you want to wrap some clothes around it or something like that. So you could get it close to the object using any of these techniques that you want, and then you could just, let me get this back down here like that. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of options. And then of course when you're done, you just apply it. And then once it's applied, this becomes its own little separate object of whatever you're trying to do, right? Maybe you're making this a mold and you're going to fill it with water. Alright, well that's it for this lesson, and I'll see you in the next lesson.